The tube jigs are pretty unique in the fact that the entire head of the jig is completely enclosed within the soft plastic itself. So to rig a tube jig, what we do is, I don't know how many people have fished with tube jigs, but Gets It is the make of the tube jig, and it's a jig head like that. It's similar to a normal jig head. You can get different, like a 90-degree eye or a 60-degree eye, different weights. But what you do is you take that hook and you slide it right up the bung of the tube, slide it all the way to the top, and use your fingernail to pierce the eyelet right through the side of the tube. Now you have a fully enclosed head on your jig, which works out fairly well. This specific Gets It tube is pumpkin seed color. It imitates a crayfish fairly well, which is main forage of bass and walleye and pretty much any other species of fish on the Chemung River. I tell you, the Chemung is an underutilized fishery. It's tough. It can be real tough. It's a real productive fishery. A lot of people drive to the Finger Lakes, and you can shore fish this river. You can canoe and kayak fish it, and it's just, I've caught a lot of fish on this river. There's some nice ones here too. Definitely not as easy to come by as they are on the bigger lakes, but like myself, I live 5 minutes away from here, so on a weeknight after work, it's easy to just shoot over here and get an hour or two of fishing in. Not to mention, on most nights, my daughters have soccer practice at the soccer fields here, which is right next to the river, so I bring my fishing pole with me. While they practice soccer, I go down and catch smallmouths. I cannot believe this hole hasn't produced anything tonight. I think I've crawled this tube through every rock on the bottom in this hole. There's one. There's a nice one. Nice one. Beauty. Oh, look at that baby pig drag. He's all the way out in the middle. Sad thing is I felled a tree branch. I felled him go around a tree branch. Look at that spool. Look at that. 10-pound test. That fish is moving. Oh, I just seen him up on the surface. I knew this tube jig would pay off. He's all the way down there in the current pulling. Got my heart's racing. I love it every time. I love it. Yes! Yes! Coming in quick. He's coming right towards me. I have a feeling this fight isn't over yet. Oh, gigantic carp. Man, I thought I had a bass or walleye. That's a nice one. Oh well, the fight's fun. You know, I'm interested to see if he actually ate that tube jig or if I foul hooked him under the chin. I think he might have ate it. It's a mirror carp too. That's not a common. Boy, these things can fight. I hate to pull too hard on him because these tube jig heads have real light wire hooks on them. Easy hook setting on fish, but not the best for sheer fighting power. He's just laying out there. He should tire here pretty soon. I knew I ought to be able to pick something up tonight in this hole. It's too perfect not to. Gaining some on him anyways. Maybe I can get him to come up and porpoise in front of the camera here. He's coming in a little bit. He's not done yet though. Oh no. No, there he goes again. This is what I love about the Chemung River. You never know what you're going to get. Unbelievable. You know, I hooked a big carp on a jerkbait last summer. He engulfed the jerkbait. I mean, half the jerkbait was in his mouth, and I thought I had a muskie on. Fishing the jerkbait, you know, you could safely assume that something that was pulling drag that hard in the river was a big muskie. And no, it was a carp. A lot of times these carp will hit lures. A lot of people don't think so, but you'll get carp on lures just as much as any other game fish. These are one of the hardest fighting fish that there are. This is a big river carp. I gotta figure with him fighting this long, he's probably foul hooked. Oh no, that tube jig's sitting right on his nose. I've got him in this slack water over here now, so hopefully this fight will be over in just a minute. Oh yeah, he's hooked right in the nose. He's close now. Won't be much more of a fight left here. My line is really frayed though, my God. I need to change the spool. Once this fluorocarbon gets frayed and starts pulling like that, it's usually not long before it's all done. And that, my friends, is a beautiful, beautiful Chemung River specimen. My God, look at that thing. Look at the tube jig. Look at that tube jig. He engulfed that tube jig. Unbelievable. What a beautiful, beautiful fish. I love carp. These are some of the strongest fighting fish in this part of the country. Bar none, I don't care what anybody says. These things are monsters.